rewards. Ooh, I'll take these. Okay. Okay. Get some Venom shards here. We got like this new recruits rewards pack as well. We've got Carnage coming. So as you can see here, we've got some good villains coming here, and this is a nice extra starter pack. We got some power cores coming in, and looks like some premium orbs as well. So we'll jump into the oh, I gotta scroll this back up, don't I? We will jump into the achievements. So you can see we are on day number 3 here. We are gonna claim this bad boy, and then we have it log in for 4 days. Ooh, we got another one tomorrow. Okay, so today we are going to be actually talking about using our gold wisely here. So last time we had spoken, we had discussed that you know, like we've got the control, we've got events, we've got milestones, we've got raids going on, and really the last time you guys saw me, I was still around 30ish. So nothing's really changed all that much in terms of updates. We're checking our events, we're doing our, oh, I guess, well, there's one new thing. We got events here with Magneto, so that's the new thing here. But now today we are actually going to talk a little bit more about gold spending and what we're using our gold for. And it's incredibly important now early on in the game, because as even right now as I'm playing through this, I'm realizing, wow, like we really need to make sure we don't get ourselves into you know, into the red, because we're trying to use that gold wisely and we're trying to use it smart, especially because I you know, I am guilty of it. I used it for really dumb things as I was playing and progressing into the late game, and there's things that I wish I could take back on, but hopefully you guys can learn from that. So make sure it's actually going into the characters. I know it sounds very like simple, but a lot of people pour their gold into, well, there's like events, there's also the store here where you can buy these materials. Now don't get me wrong, these materials will come in handy for upgrading certain characters, but the price point in which you can purchase these, I don't believe they're worth the trade-off. Essentially, when you buy these pieces, they would be good for you to upgrade your characters, and we have so much gold. We have so much gold, and I know it seems like you do, but it actually gets used up so fast. I mean, we could buy these purple ones. We could. There was also, you know, you don't see it right now, but you can also buy certain gear pieces for higher tiers, and I was just dumping my gold like a crazy person in the late game. So right now, am I using my gold? Absolutely not. I'm saving it. Everything's going into the characters. It's even more evident in the early game that you want to make sure your roster is getting defined. We're still not going to talk about the teams yet, because we'll save that until we're like level 50, so then there's a more concrete selection. But right now, as you guys can see here, I still have a whole bunch of characters I haven't even unlocked yet, because we're not touching them. We don't need them right now. I might do Havoc because we just got them unlocked through the event, but otherwise, I mean, there's a lot of characters here. We don't need to worry about them. We've got you know, our these are the characters I got from the event, actually. That's going on here, and it's gonna be sticking around here for another week. So make sure you guys are doing this Groot Miss time. Make sure you guys are coming in here and do the events there. But essentially, you want to make sure you can level up your characters and get them geared and tiered. And I mean, right now we don't need to worry about which specifics. I'm gonna jump into my main account so you guys can see exactly why. Even right now with our 37 mil of gold, it's not really going to take us far in the late game. So I'll show you guys exactly why that is the case. Okay, so as you guys can see here, we are on my main account, and we've got about 164 mil gold-ish, more 165 I guess if you round it. And we've also got 15.6k power cores. We've got also a ton of energy hoarded up for any future events, so that's why it's hoarded up. But let's jump into the bottom here so you guys can see here. So some of these minions I haven't actually leveled up, so we'll go
we'll go with Phantom Rider here, and so you guys can see an example here. So right now, let's pick, even right now, let's pick 40 as a base point. So we are around that right now, and as you guys can see, it costs about 240,000 gold, which is actually, in the grand scheme of things, isn't that much. But once we get to level 50, and I think this was the first, I could be wrong. This was, I believe, the old way back. I think the upon the first year game release, it was like 50 or 60, but 580,000. So it does jump up quite a bit. And as you can kind of see here, every time you bump up another 10 levels, the amount almost like doubles. So 70 jumps considerably, actually. Let's see. So 60 was about 1.3 mil, and then when you move to 70, it jumps almost 3 times as much. So as you can see, the gold that we have right now isn't actually going to translate too much when we think about the larger levels. And if you push this baby all the way to, let's just do 100, so you guys can see just how expensive it is. It's 23 million gold to bring a character from level 1 to 100. So the amount right now wouldn't even, well, it would give us maybe one character, right? So that's why right now the importance of saving your gold is so important. And it's important right now as well that we don't use that gold on characters that we're not going to find, you know, meaningful later on in the end game. So right now, I mean, Phantom Rider, he's a war character, so that's why he's level 1. And if you push it all the way to 105, it's 33 million. So it actually jumps up from 23 to 33, and I can't even imagine what this level cap, this level 110 is going to look like. So the gold that we have right now seems like it's quite a bit. Like, I have 164, and in the other account, we also have a decent amount. But in the grand scheme of things, we would barely be able to get one character. But like I said, it's important right now to manage our gold effectively, to, you know, make sure we're not overspending on things that we don't need to. But I will say that it does give us quite a bit of wiggle room. So even if we bring characters up to level 50, that's half a mil. That's nothing. That's, you know, we can do a ton of characters actually up to level 50. And even right now, with where we're sitting in the 30s, same thing. Like, you know, it's 200,000. You know, half of that. So 50 will be kind of like one of the first little umps on the gold crunch. And then once you kind of push from 50 to 60, we could jump up from basically half a mil to pretty much 3 times that amount. And then 70, even more. And then 80. Of course, it just keeps adding on. Now, having said that as well, it is also important to note that as we push these higher levels, it's going to cost way more training materials. So these L3s, L4s, L1s, and L2s, these are going to be very important. These are very important, and we want to make sure that we're doing the campaign nodes, we're doing heroes missions, we're doing the villains missions, we're, you know, getting these training materials and making sure that we're not just needlessly spending it on characters that we want to bring up. So
it seems like a very simple point to make here, but the only thing you should really be using your gold right now is on actually leveling up your characters, gearing them, tiering them. That is probably the only thing you need to really use them for. I mean, we can bring up Spider-Man here. We got Spider-Man again. Remember to do your codes. You can do the codes, and you're going to have access to characters, and it'll be important later on when we need higher stars for other character unlocks. But right now, at this point, you don't need to be spending it on buying stuff in the store. You can use it to recruit certain characters. I mean, enjoy the game, have fun with it, right? There's going to be lots of times where, you know, you want to just play the game, have fun with it. If there's a certain character you really love, I actually really love Nightcrawler, so he was like right away. He was one of my early ones, and again, you can tier and buy the pieces, but eventually you're gonna get all these materials from other ways. There's other ways to get them. There's only one way to train characters, and that's by pumping gold into their stats, doing it this way. There's no other way. Even in my main account, you guys saw that my materials actually, they aren't even that like plentiful. Like right now, we've actually got a ton of materials right now. We've got a ton from just events and stuff, but we want to make sure that we're not using them, you know, just because we want to level up certain characters, just because it looks nice to bring Thing higher up to level 36. Like, we don't need to bring up every single character. We are trying to build quality over quantity, guys, and we want to make sure that we are not jumping ahead of the game here, especially because we have actually set ourselves up in a very good position right now. We've got a ton of gold. We've got a good amount of power cores creeping in here. We're using our energy when we can. We've got raids. We've got raids going. Raids should be going here. Oh yeah. They're gonna give us materials. They're gonna give us you know, lots of other stuff that we need. We don't need to be spending it in the store. And as you level, the store is gonna change. It's gonna change. Like 450 power cores for these swords of Kahori. Like, what a waste. Like, we're not even talking about power cores today. We're talking about gold. But 25,000 gold for 50 pieces of this. Like, it doesn't seem like it's a terrible offer, but at the same time, we can spend that 25,000 on materials, and we're gonna get a ton of materials just from playing the game. We're gonna get a ton of materials just from playing. And where did I get that? I think I got that raid done here. So you can spend your you know, your store credit as well and get pieces here. But even like I said, right now, it's not that important that we need it. When we are pushing for end game content, there's gonna be lots of ways for us to even, like, look right here, we can open it up. This is just from raids. I got these from raids, and look, we're gonna get 140 pieces of this guy, 30 of these guys, 240 of the purples. Like that's crazy. Like, that's crazy ridiculous. Like, look, we literally just got like so many of these at like half the price, right? So use our gold wisely, guys. That's the point I'm trying to make here. We want to make sure we're using it wisely, and we want to make sure that we're not spending it too early on, because it is going to matter later on. I know in the grand scheme right now it's early on, but it's kind of a simple strategy, and I hope this makes sense. I'm trying to make my videos a less crazy, less length, a little bit more quality as well. So I'll try to talk less, but hopefully this makes sense. This is day number 3. I will give you guys an update tomorrow. Maybe we can chat about something else like power cores. But today, yeah, the take-home message is using that gold early on wisely, and not just spending it on like every single character we have. All right, guys, thank you for watching. Thank you for supporting the channel. If you hope yourselves a wonderful day, stay happy, stay healthy, all that.